I don't have to meet somebody anywhere I don't want to meet them, because at the end of the day, if I don't receive whatever they're giving me, I don't have to. And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's good to do things in groups because they'll hold you accountable.
It's the same with these TikToks and stuff. The money's coming, but it's coming fast. And just as quick as it comes, they spend it. So it'd be interesting to see the world in 30 years.
The best way to do anything, see any kind of group, is you have to take some inventory every once in a while. One of the things I learned is relationships are like dig into them, because that's all we have. Like money don't matter, jobs don't matter. How much weight we lose sometimes don't matter. But this that we have right here with us matters so much.
Come out to play.
Oh yeah!
Here
What
we
an
go.
intro. What an intro.
Hump day. It's my favorite day of the week. I get to spend it with my favorite two people in the whole wide world.
You better believe it.
Yeah, both of them are on the show right now. Let me go ahead and say that right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the show. You are watching rebrandUS. If this is where you want to be, you are in the right place. If it's not where you want to be, stay a little while. You might learn something. My name is Anthony Goodson. I'm your host, alongside the most beautiful ladies in the world. I'm so lucky to be with them. Let's start. Are we going age or are we going beauty? Or is it the same thing?
You in the mood? You in the mood today? I say, well, I'm here.
Jessica, how you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm sharing. If anybody want to know what I'm doing,
That's
I'm
what
fine.
everybody else
Thank you.
is
How are you?
doing too. Don't forget to share tonight's show. Helen, all the way from California. Last night she went to watch some soccer, Brazil versus the United States. How you doing today?
Well, but
I'm
that was so
doing good. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good game. I think soccer is going to be one of my new favorite sports to watch. We lost. It's okay, but it was still fun. Happy to be here. Wednesday is always a highlight of my week. I love being with my rebrandUS family. I have a podcast outside of this as well. Feel free to check it out. It's on Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, all the other things. Honestly, Helen, thank you.
All right. Now, for those of you who watch normally, you realize that there's a different person on the screen tonight. And of course, Ace is not here. I think he's having some technical difficulties. He'll be here shortly. But the new person that we have on the screen, or the guest that we have tonight, is an individual all the way from Florence, South Carolina. He is the owner of a Black-owned grocery store. Y'all, we do not see that much in the United States.
Wow.
I am so happy. I am so proud to have him on here. So please, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, say hello to Mr. Timothy Craig. Craig, right?
Yeah, Craig.
Oh,
Timothy Craig Waters. Put your hands together.
All right. Thank you.
I don't normally say people's middle names. So.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you for being on the show with us tonight. Tonight we're going to do a round robin.
I'm excited.
We're all going to be asking you questions, so assume that the audience is going to be asking you questions too. But before we get started, I want to let you know that we here at rebrandUS are a show of, we try to do things for everyone. Black, white, male, female, rich, poor, handicap, you name it. We show love to everyone, but we especially show love to our Black community, right? And I am a huge fan of Black Wall Street. We're over 100 years past that time. And so during that time, Black people would keep money in their bank account or their community for like 2 weeks, which means every time they get paid for 2 straight weeks, it stayed in our community. We had Black banks, we had barbershops, we had restaurants, etc., hospitals, you name it. But also, the foundation of any community is where they eat. It's the Black grocery store. So that's one of the reasons why we're so happy to have you on the show tonight. An individual who owns a grocery store. Timothy Waters, tell us a little bit about yourself.
First of all, I'm from Florence, South Carolina. I was born and raised here. I went to elementary school. I went to primary school. I went to middle school. I went to high school. I went to college, all right here in Florence, South Carolina. As a matter of fact, the grocery store is built maybe a block away from where I was physically born, in a house. So I am a native from Florence, South Carolina, and I'm a grants writer, and I used to sit in a room and try to think about how can I make the world better. And hey, this is one of the things that I did.
Absolutely wonderful. So that's a great story. We're going to ask you some questions about how you got this grocery store started, because you've been doing this for 20 years, which is very impressive. But before we get to that, let's head over to the comments real quick, because people want to say hello to you. What's up, everyone? Corey, I promise you, I sent it. Hopefully you have it. The T-shirts, I sent everybody theirs a couple days ago, last week. Kay Ham, I'm assuming that's somebody on your side. What up, rebrandUS? How you doing, Kay Ham? So glad to have you. Kiki Washington. She says, hello, everyone. Deborah Goodson. That's Deborah number one.
Hey, that's right.
Hello, Ever. Christina. That's a Goodson. That's my cousin. How you doing?
Hey.
Welcome, Mr. Craig.
Hey, welcome, Ms. KL. Thank you.
And then Deborah number two. Here we go.
All right.
She says, hello, Deborah Collette. Okay, so tell us, how did you get started, and why did you choose to do a grocery store?
Well, one of the things, when I was born in 65, so that means probably in 1970. Back in the day, I just remember my mother would send me, would put a little note in the store, put a little note in the bag, and I would go to the store. And when I went to the store, you know, I would get groceries, but all of a sudden I noticed that when I needed to go back to school, I would have lunch money. So I found out that this was not only was the pillar of the community, it was the banking system of the community. It was the way you could get groceries from. And I just knew that grocery stores never closed when I was a little boy. And I just remember that was the hallmark of the Black community. And it just so happens that I live right next door, well, maybe about a block away, and I never saw them close. When it was cold and rainy, they were always open. And I just felt that there are three basic needs in life: food, shelter, and clothing. And one of the ones that I could control was food. And that's what I tried to do.
I love it. I love it.
Very nice.
And then you can go ahead and throw Death in there. Next, he's going to be your funeral guy.
Yeah, well, you don't want to know about that now.
Yashika,
I guess for me, I would ask, since you've been in it for 20 years, when Anthony, first when he were telling us about you, I thought you were new. You know, I thought it was something new. But when he told me 20 years, I'm like, whoa. You know, so I guess my question would be, how have you been able to sustain yourself through it all this time? Because 20 years is a long time, and I'm sure there's been a lot of quitting seasons that you've had to be able to go long, that you've had, you know, and that for 20 years, it's a big deal. I guess my question is, how have you been able to sustain yourself?
Well, one of the things was I had a job. I used to work as a nonprofit to help. I was a grants writer. So one thing about a grants writer is, back in the 80s, I had to think, what would the 2000s be like, or what would the 2020s be like? So one of the things I did, I kept a permanent job. That's what people don't realize. I always kept a job. Even though I had a hustle, I went to work. And my hustle was after I got off work. Like, these new millennials think that you don't have to work, but you have to have some substance. So I just kept going, man. It got real tough. You know, 28 banks turned me down. It was so many lenders that just said, you're not gonna get this grocery store. But I just kept going. I just knew that I wanted to break that generational wealth curse in my community. I did not want to just be, I didn't want to see fail. So I just kept going. And I had a good support system. A lot of people don't realize that the majority of people that I had around me were people that got on my damn nerves. They told me, they really, really made me hold court. They was like, yo, man, that ain't gonna work. That ain't making it. That ain't right. Those are the people you need around. Not those good. Don't get me wrong. Everybody needs a cheer squad, but you also need a corrective action team. And that's what I surrounded myself with. Well, people like, yo, man, you know what, man? You done had too many drinks. Go home. You need to call an Uber. Hey, man, you don't need to get upset. Go and sit down in the car. Grandma say, don't touch that chicken. Leave it alone. Go home. So that's how I was able to sustain myself, by listening to people who had my best interests at heart, and some who didn't.
So you failed, or not failed, but you had 28 rejections from banks, you said, right? 28 rejections, man. So I guess you got up to 29th time. Tell us how perseverance works in a situation like that. 28 times. How
persevering works is that you have to internally come up with the resolve that I'm not going to fail. And then it has to be a labor of love, because, and you also have to look at the things you learn when you fail. A lot of people think that success only happens to successful people that keep being successful. Thomas Edison, he made 1,000 wrong light bulbs until he got one. Henry Ford made 4 or 5 different engines that didn't work. You know, I mean, there are a plethora of people that fail. And a lot of times you don't want to learn from your failures. You try to hide them. You try to mask them. Then you not try to tell people about your failures. Man, my name is Mr. Failure. That's why most people, I can tell you about a lot of things because I've failed at a lot.
Very nice. Very nice. So I guess similar or maybe opposite ends, what was your if you can remember, like your very first taste of success as a owner of a grocery store?
I remember as if it was yesterday. I remember when I opened, first of all, I was in a part of a franchise and they wasn't feeling me because out of 800 franchises, I was the only African-American franchise. And first of all, they didn't like me from the start. They was like, you're automatically going to fail. But the first taste of success that I really had was when I opened up. The first week that I opened up, I made about $92,000 that first day.
Wow.
When I made $92,000 that first day. I was like, man, this is it. And the next day, they drafted my account for $62,000. Saying, hey, you got to pay for this grocery. And right then and there, I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, something ain't right. So then it was like the next day I was able to open. And the next day I was able to open. So it was like a lifelong dream of opening. And that was the first taste of success. When at the end of the day, when I saw that $92,000 in the bank, I was like, okay, Tim, you might can do something. That's more money than I made in my whole lifetime. So,
Wow.
That's a good one for sure.
Wow. Yeah.
So for those who are watching us, we are talking to Timothy Waters out of Florence, South Carolina. He is the owner of Community Grocery Store over in Florence. His city he was born and raised in, as he told us earlier, he went to elementary, high school, middle school, all there. He was raised in that small town. Is it a small town by chance?
Well, 134,000. So I guess it could be small. It's not metropolitan. It's kind of rural, a little rural, but a little not a lot.
Kind of equivalent to what I would consider a Tyler, Texas. But, anyway,
I heard of Tyler.
So if you want to donate, you can go to www.blackfarmers.com. We'll have this up all night. This is for different Black farmers who also will support Mr. Timothy here. So Tim, I saw him on TikTok. Someone shared the information to me, my wife actually, on TikTok. And looks like you did a video. We'll play it in a little bit, but it looks like you're going viral. After you did that video, tell us how has things changed for you since then? Because I know obviously there was a reason why you did the video, because you needed more food in your grocery store, etc.
Right.
And so tell us how what happened since then.
Well, when that video hit, all of a sudden, people all across the country say, "Hey, man, we want to put product in your store. We want to reach out because there's a misconception as we as African Americans are divided. We don't work well together. We don't play well together. We got anger issues. But that is far from the case. When the trouble hit, you remember that guy in Mississippi? Remember that guy with the riverboat? That Aquaman, the black Aquaman.
Oh yeah.
Black Aquaman. He has this misconception. We can't swim. Swim. That brother was fully clothed and hit the water. You'll be surprised what we can do when we come together. So now what has happened is the way the country is going in, we decide people are coming together. People in California, Chicago, New York, Mississippi, Alabama, Dallas, Texas, people from Oregon are calling me and say, "Hey man, put this product in your store. We're looking for an outlet." I'm like the tip of the spear for the movement. And when being the tip of the spear means that the movement has gone where we are coming together. DEA has really brought us together because a lot of people thought that we're the most resilient people. We have an economic engine of billions of dollars. We make other races rich, but just imagine what we could do if we come together.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I absolutely love that. And Sheik, I know you got a question up next, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there. So for those of you out there, we'll give you information as to how you can help Mr. Tim here, but also he can help you. You have shares I want you to think, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but I'll let Yashika ask hers. But people in the audience think he has shares that he can sell towards his grocery store. And we're talking about maybe doing something else later here in Dallas, Texas. But before, go ahead, Yashika, and we'll bring that question back.
Okay. Another question that I had, and I know you've been in it for 20 years, but like now where you're getting more traction, right? There's more people seeing you. There's people reaching out like from all over the world. Have you made a 5-year goal for your store now, as of like now? Made like a 5-year goal or a 10-year goal?
Yeah,
I'm glad of how you want to see things go, because it's going, it's taking off, which is a big deal.
Man, I'm glad. You know what? Now you're finna make me cry.
That wasn't my intention. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah,
You with your family.
No,
you get to cry with your family.
Play some instrumental music. This is what there is nothing we're gonna take when we leave this earth. There's nothing we're gonna take. And my ultimate goal is the year 2070 that this store still be owned by us. You know, we have created so many things that people have taken from us. You know, Henry Ford did not create the car. An African American created the car. Johnson, the baby powder, Johnson & Johnson baby powder, talcum, all of that was not created by Johnson & Johnson. That was George Washington Carver gave his stuff away free. So what we're trying to do now, and what my 5-year plan is, to pass this on to the next generation. I sold shares. My youngest shareholder, 50% of my shareholders are under the age of 10. My youngest shareholder is 2 months old. His name is Miles. Miles is going to be my CEO in the year 2070. You know, because you got to be able to pass that wealth on. That's what we don't do. We don't pass wealth on. As soon as grandma died, we sell a property. As soon as uncle died, we sell his car. You know, he can have these ties that are ties that were made him who he is. They're going to give them away instead of passing them on to the next generation. So I have created a succession plan for the next 5 years that not only equates myself, but also equates people such as yourself who don't know anything about me, but you can buy into my succession plan and create a community grocery store in your community.
So with that being said, we're talking about community. There are always things that you have to, it seems like we have to give back in our own community. And, you know, I don't know if that's fortunate, because I don't know if the whole world does that, but we always feel like once we make it, we have to give back. And it makes sense, because we have so many issues that we feel like we need to pull somebody up. Besides your shares, is there anything else maybe in Florence or the cities around that you're actually doing?
Well, one of the things is that I wrote this grant. I don't know if you ever heard this thing called Weed and Seed. I wrote this grant back in probably maybe about 7-8 years ago. And basically what you do is you can't do anything in your community unless you have law and order. I know that's going to sound kind of crazy, but you can't have a basketball game if they over there wilding up. You can't have a sewing class if they're acting up. So what I did was I enabled the youth to come in. I'm all about the youth, because if you can train up, if you catch these kids early enough and let them know that they can be somebody, they'll want to be somebody, because many of you can think about somebody in your life that you want. And then you know what I found out? You can't save everybody. You know, right. And there's a misconception that you try to save everyone. Oh, man, sometimes you just got to pick that one and say, let's make it do what it do.
Timothy, sometimes there's casualties. Didn't I just tell you that, Anthony?
You just told me that. Yeah.
Sometimes there's casualties. You cannot save everybody.
You can't.
Not everybody.
And you know, social media will make you think that you can save everybody. But what social media doesn't tell you, they'll show you a young guy, they'll show you somebody laying on the street that's been gunned down. And they'll say, oh, look what happened. But they don't show you the 2 young boys that went home. They don't show that part. They don't show. So sometimes you just got to let it be what it be and go and be but yourself. You know, you have no choice. Because I heard this quote that the higher you go in life, and this is going to be the high, and I may get some feedback. The higher you go in life, the less black people you see.
Wow.
The higher you get up, the less black people you see, because we have a tendency to not stick together. We have a tendency to not. What's the new phenomenon that's going down in the South? It's called line dancing. Boots on the ground. I know you've heard boots on the ground. Well, what about heads in books? What about that? What about tails at work? What about that? What about E? What about tail in class? Everybody want 10,000 people beats on the ground, and then nobody went to work.
Well, that doesn't fit the narrative. They don't want to give out positive stuff. It's always something.
Give out positive stuff. They don't want to give out positive.
All right, Tim. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna play a game, and I'm gonna bring Ace, our other co-host, in. So what we were gonna do originally is play this supermarket suite on a product. Say for example, the product is deodorant, it costs $2.17. I give you 3 numbers. You have to tell me what order it comes in. Not gonna do that. Instead, we're gonna play one of our coveted games with Ace. What's up, Ace?
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's up, Ace?
And
Sorry I'm late. It was a long line at the grocery store.
Right.
You were in the vegan section, right?
I walked through it to get to the meat.
Don't sell them mics at your grocery store. Don't sell no more than mics, Timothy. I can't really hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear. I'm sorry, man. All my stuff messed up, so I'm sorry, y'all.
That's okay, man.
All right, so we're gonna play this game. Here we go. Black card revoke. All right,
Really?
it's not really black card revoke. This is the game. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up a picture, and when I pull up that picture, you have to tell me what is being said at that moment from whatever TV show or whatever moment or movie. So I tried to get mostly popular scenes. Okay, so allow the audience to answer too, but I'm gonna pull up a picture, and then you have to tell me what's being said. Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. I'll make it easy and fun for the first one. Yashika, this is for you.
I appreciate that.
You ready? Tim, you got that?
Yeah, I got that. I got that.
I know what
Anybody in the audience know it?
I got it.
Well, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and reveal it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Say Drake.
I should have let y'all say what it was. I didn't think about it. All right, y'all can do this next one. Here's the next one. What is being said? Audience.
Not a Yashika.
No, Mama, I don't know.
Ricky!
That's what Boys in the Hood.
Very good.
Good.
Ricky, no.
I'll never understand
Ricky
why
Duck.
didn't he zigzag.
Ricky Duck.
Georgia Blaze, a.k.a. K. Hemp, says, Ricky! You know it. That's very good. Okay.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I like that one.
Here's the next one. This might be a little bit more difficult, but Ace got it. Anybody know what's being said right here?
Oh, that's from a house party. Too much
That's
sugar.
a house party.
Too much sugar.
He got it. Too much sugar. And here it goes.
All that sugar. Just thinking about drinking that stuff makes my teeth hurt. That's good, girl.
Why do I know that, man?
These are easy. Now, the next one is fun. This is going to be a fun one for me. The comments are coming in. Sydney says, Ricky! Well, that can't help. You must hang around with Ace. He says, that's too much sugar. He knows all this. All right, here we go. You should know this.
Now, why should I know that one? Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
I got it right at the end. I got it.
Let me give you an update on something, Tim. Yes. Typically, she don't keep her black card very long.
Ever.
Okay.
Doing pretty good.
Listen, Tim, you think this skin is light because I'm really not black.
Okay. Wow.
Don't. It's an illusion.
Okay.
And I try to be. I want to be, but I usually
ain't
get it.
Nobody come to see you, Otis. Can't help it. On it. All
this
right,
one is way blacker than I am. This one.
Wow.
Sorry, I missed it, y'all. Sorry. I'm ready.
That go a very long way, she said. All right. Here we go. Anybody know what that is?
You smoke crack, don't you?
Smoke crack, don't it? You smoke crack,
no.
Y'all
that's it, though, right?
Sing
they
that
were
song.
singing the song. Dang it! What is
Sing that song. Sing that song. East side.
Well, you know
East side high.
At the end.
I
know what movie it is.
You know what, Mr. Tim got? You got it.
Well, I'm sure you've learned the school song by now.
Fair East Side. Cause for our loyalty, loyalty, so cheap.
All right.
Period.
Comments are coming in. Fishing with Ron Pratt says this is Ron Pratt from England.
Yeah, hey, that's from California, man. He sent me some stuff from California, man.
Hey, Ron,
what's going on, Ron Pratt?
He has an online fishing tournament. Never online. Cool. Wow.
Man.
Yeah, he's
you gotta check that out.
Yeah, I got
to get your information so we can follow and support you.
Yeah, most definitely.
K-Hap says, sing the school song. Marlo, what's up? She said, lean on me. Absolutely. Fishman, the new school anthem, he wanted them to sing that song. Okay.
Oh, hey, let's go. Small world.
All right, y'all. Here we go. What is being said right here?
Oh, you drank my apple juice?
Who drank my apple juice?
Who drank my apple juice?
Who drank my apple juice?
Very good.
I know that one.
Barbershop.
Yeah, barbershop.
I know
that.
What's
up, Ron? Be sure to put your information in there. We're waiting on it. All right,
I didn't know it. I never claimed to be black.
You're black.
We're gonna get you there. You are acclimated now.
I don't need your help.
You know what? See, I ain't gonna support you no more. I'm trying to get you grape sodas and stuff like that.
I'll stick with my water, thanks.
Without this next one, if you can't get this next one, you just, it's all lost. It's gone. Wow. No card. Nothing.
Weeks off now.
And
you can't miss something you never had.
What is being said right here?
Until you do right by me. Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crumble.
Knock you up on.
Everything you've done to me, already done to you.
I'm poor, black, I may even be ugly, but dear God, I'm here. I'm here.
Here.
I still use it.
She didn't lie. She didn't lie on that line.
She ain't lie on that line. That was a historic line, man.
I've already done to you.
Y'all know how many people got beat up? Y'all know how many people got beat up because they moved because they thought this was gonna stop somebody for real. Instead of getting out of there.
She said maybe even ugly.
Hey, that was a powerful line.
Y'all wrong. Don't do it. I may even be ugly.
Who drank my apple?
Who drank my everything you do, Crow? Deborah Clemens, Color Purple, Corey, Color Purple. And we got an audience that knows she's a TCU fan.
Hey,
is she? Oh, is she? Okay.
Nah, you talking about that
a horn
frog?
Horn frog. Yeah.
He said, man, we still just like Danny Glover for that role, Mister.
Forever. Forever.
All right,
y'all. Made it up when he teamed up with Riggs.
Yeah,
very much.
Here we go. Anybody know what's being said, right?
Yeah, I do. I don't know what he said. Where's my son?
My son works.
My son works. Yeah.
What is this? A photograph. What is this? McDowell's. It's a place over on Queens Boulevard. I think he works there. My son works.
That could be
my son works, Kate.
My son works.
Coming to America. There you go, Kirby. All right, we just got a couple more, y'all, and here we go. What is being said right here?
That's tough right there. I don't know who that.
What's that, Kirby? Name that one. Is that Sammy?
No, that's
That's who?
Nights like this, I wish raindrops fall.
Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall.
Oh man, that's sad.
That was good, eh?
You got me on that one, man.
Yeah. Oh, well,
that was really good.
Came, baby.
That's the plight, man.
Smile.
All right, y'all. We have one more. Here we go. What's going on right here?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Come on
Martin.
now.
That's Martin in the.
No, that's not Martin. That's Cosby Show.
Cosby
That's
Show.
the
Yeah,
Gordon- that's the Gordon
Theo,
Gordon
That's
Trail.
Theo.
yeah.
That's Theo.
Somebody made his shirt. I don't know who made it.
Yeah, that's what Denise made that Gordon Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
huh?
My people know they show.
Is this my shirt? Is this the shirt I paid $30 for? Is this the shirt they're supposed to think is a Gordon Gartrell? You don't like it? Ask me the question again.
Yeah, you got me on that one.
That's good.
That was good.
I've been looking. You know, you can buy those. I haven't been able to find them, but you can buy those replicas. I've been trying to get one.
You gonna wear it?
Yeah, it's a symbol.
Good.
The comments are coming in. Deborah Goodson says, Ace, you watch too much TV. Nell Rose
I
says,
know.
Heartbeats, yeah.
Urkel, close. No, not there.
I wish he had a Gordon Trail.
Convince me to wear this.
Christian would run said she convinced him to wear it because it would be kind of like one. Yeah, it was cheaper is what it was. I think that's the same episode where Bill Cosby said the only way you wear I think it was $100 shirt is if you're on stage with your four brothers.
With your four brothers, yeah.
Well, hey, look, we thank y'all for playing that game with us. We got a whole lot more show left. We are now going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're talking with Tim Waters. He is the grocery store owner in Florence, South Carolina. So excited to have him on the show. See y'all in about a minute and a half.
Looking good. Almost done. And there. Done.
What have you done?
I painted the truth. I painted my truth.
My name is Tim Waters. I am the owner of Community Grocery Store located in Florence, South Carolina. And I need your help. I need this to go viral. I want you to post this to Master P's webpage. Master P, I'm looking for you because I need your help, baby. Right now, I got a grocery store, but I ain't got no groceries. I need about $100,000 worth of product. I need you to come fill my shelves up. We're a black-owned store. We're trying to serve black-owned products. I know somebody can make this go viral. I need for 10,000, 20,000 people to post it on this Instagram page because I got shelf space, Master P. I'd like for you to come and help me fill this grocery store up. So I'm reaching out to you through the book, man, reaching out to you through the Instagram, TikTok. So those of you who know him, who know how to get in contact with him, let's make this go viral. Come on, Master P, help save our community grocery store. I need some pancakes. I need some syrup. I need some wrap snacks. I need all that, Master P. Come on out and help us. Help us put this out. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. Oh,
He found. He must have got the call. Hello, this P. I'm on the show right now.
Well, until he comes back, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking to Timothy Waters from Florence, South Carolina. He is a black grocery store owner, which we just don't see a whole heck of a lot of those. And so right now we have a new initiative, and I'll wait before I tell that initiative when Tim comes back. But y'all be sure to go online and look for him, Timothy Waters, Community Grocery Store, South Carolina. He, as you saw in the video, there's a whole lot of empty spaces. So if you want to put your product in there, be sure to contact him to put that product in there. Now, Tim, whenever we took a break, I was getting ready to tell how we here at rebrandUS have been here for 5 years, and almost 5 years. We're celebrating that in like a month and a half, right, Ace? And so
yeah, somewhere like that.
We're taking it up a notch with Helen and Yashika, who's been on the show now for about 2 years. And so we're taking it up a notch, and what we're trying to do is what's next. Okay, what's next is after the blackout we had a couple months ago, after they decided DEI was not good enough for us. So we decided, okay, we're going to put our money in the right places, which is why we want to team up with you and fishing with Ron, and other people. So what we want to do is start sending out our initiative and, of course, start supporting Black-owned grocery stores like yourself. Now, it'd be nice if we had one here in Dallas, Texas, and one over in California with Helen, but we don't. How can we support you from here?
All right. One of the things you can do is you can go to the it was huge for me to partner with the black farmers. That was huge because the black farmers, what it did was it gave us a platform where if you made a donation to this store to keep the store open, you can get a tax write-off. And it was huge for me. One of the things someone told me was like, Tim, if you're going to raise funds, don't raise them yourself. Make sure you have a legitimate organization that has proven in getting money. The Black Farm Association got $2.5 billion for black farmers. And now they're willing, once you give them a donation, they'll give it to me and they're gonna triple it, quadruple it. And that way we'll keep it going so this model can come to your store. And it'll come to your store, come to your state, and we can create a bunch of our own black-owned stores selling our own black-owned products that's not contingent on the market, not contingent on corporate greed or anything. We're there to provide a platform for us to sell and a platform for us to support and a platform for us to provide. It was a time when we were the providers of our community because we had no choice. We couldn't go anyplace else, so why not?
Right. So Ace has some questions for you. I know he just came on, so I'll let him ask next. But before we get to that, you told us a little bit about you used to do grant writing and all that before this. But what did you do before? Did you own any other business before, or was it just grant writing and whatever you did before, job, business?
No, I was a. This is gonna sound. I'm on computer science. I have a computer science degree. And when I was in college, I thought I was going to be the next Tyler Perry. I did, man. I was a playwright. I actually wrote plays for a school to pay for my tuition. And they were corny, man. But I was a good storyteller. And I worked with kids. I used to work at the Boys and Girls Club. Matter of fact, I worked at the Boys and Girls Club since I was 8. I was there. Wow. I was picking up trash and all through elementary school and high school. That was my foundation. The Boys and Girls Club was my safe haven. I would go there in the morning and I wouldn't leave till they had to take me home. I wouldn't go home. They had to take me home. And that was one of the things I did. I always was with the community. I always was hustling, always trying to do something positive. And that was my forte.
Nice. Very nice.
Very good.
Ace.
Oh, that's fine. One question I had, I've actually seen a couple of black grocery stores try to open here in Dallas, and it wasn't successful. So I guess I'd ask, what would you say was your biggest obstacle getting to where you are right now?
The biggest obstacle was finance. One of the things reason that a grocery store is a really big, it's like there's only a 3 to 4% margin in a grocery store. So most investors, if you say, hey man, I want you to give me $2 million, but you're only going to make $200 or $2,000, they're going to say, man, that's not a worthy investment. But what they don't tell you is the reason they don't want to keep you, that's a lifetime investment. Because if you get the right grocery, how many of you live in a community where there's a corner store that is never closed? I mean, never closed. So they don't tell you that that's generational wealth. So one of the things was financing, and another thing was finding a distributor, because most of the grocery stores are only housed by these big distributors. And once they tell you they're not going to sell you no grocery, that's a wrap. Because that's what happened to me. I was making $47,000 a week, and they told me, Tim, we're not going to sell you any more groceries. So finding that distributorship is really going to help.
Wow,
okay. Interesting.
Did you ever find out why they didn't want to sell you groceries?
Well, what they do is what happens, the reason that they didn't want to sell me groceries is because once they found out that I was African American, they didn't want to sell to me, because let's face it, in South Carolina is an agriculture state, but 80% of our products are shipped out of the state. Here was this African American young man that was teaching other African Americans that you can grow your own. They make you think that there's this thing they do, something called GAP certified. GAP certified means that you have to grow a certain way in order for your food to be healthy. But that's untrue. We've been doing GAP certified for years. I mean, grandma, anybody died from grandma garden beside a tree? Nobody. I mean, nobody died from that yet that I know of. So now there's a misconception that we don't grow unhealthy food. The USDA has made a conglomerate of just making it happen. So now we're showing that we can grow our own food and produce our own crops and feed our own people.
So we have a question. I want to go to the comments. Kirby Morton says, can I ask a question? Why not just open a store for everyone as opposed to a target customer being Black? In my opinion, just catering to one specific part of society seems to stray from the betterment of society being all inclusive. Just my opinion. I think we all have a response to that. I'll go ahead and let Yashika answer that one first, because I think she and Kirby got a kind of a bond. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're together. Yeah. So what I will say to that, it is not just for them. Everybody, it is for everybody to shop. So it's not like it's just like whites only. That's not what it is. And I know that's what it's taken like, that's what it feels like, but that's not what it is. It's a community store owned by African American, which is rare. It's saturated in the other way. Okay. And so it's not just that. It's just people trying to lift up other people. It happens in all races. It just, when it happens in the Black race, it's a problem. But it happens in every race. They may not say it, but it's done. It's done. We see it. Everybody knows. But when it happens with people that look like us, it becomes a little bit of a problem when it shouldn't be a problem. You can go there. Come on, we're going to go together. Let me know when you want to ride. We're going to ride up to South Carolina. We're going to both walk into the grocery store, because it is for everybody. It's just what he's trying to grow. Like, I think would be important to rewind the tape and listen to the beginning, and then you'll understand why he's talking the way he is and why.
Thank you.
And before I let
how's
Tim,
that, Timothy?
I think that was a wonderful answer.
You did that, boo. You did that.
Before I let Tim give his piece, I'll say this. He says, understood, makes sense, I support it. Great, Kirby. But here's the thing. I say this in the exit. When we exit, we'll have this video play, and I say it every single time. There's not a lot of wealth that's being spent on us or for us or to us. And so, during Black Wall Street, all that was taken apart. So it's so very important that Black businesses start. There's a few Black CEOs, a few Black Fortune 500s, and there's no Black wealth in the country. There's Black rich people. Oprah's rich, and and Jay-Z, they're rich billionaires. Doesn't make you a wealthy person.
Powerful, man.
It makes you a rich person. And but we want to create wealth. Wealth is not about how much you have; it's how much you hand down. And so that's so very important. We want you. We need you, Kirby. We need everybody of every race to go and support him. But we need you to also know that it's owned by us. That's beautiful. We also need to know that it's owned by us. So it's not a racial thing. It's really just a congratulatory thing. It's a supportive thing. And now we're educating you on who actually owns it. Sorry, Tim, on you. Kirby says, thank you for the clarification.
Kirby, Kirby, when I first opened up, 75% of my customers are white. We have a tendency as people to be the last ones to come and support our own brand. And sometimes what happens when we say Black, the few of us that see Black and want to support Black, we got to bond together now. So many of us, it's like the ice, the Black ice and the white ice. Ice is ice, but somehow if it's a white ice, it's colder. And there's a group of us like these. I've never met anybody on this panel, but I can already tell, man, we got a synergy that we all universally want the same thing. We want to empower our people for our people, by our people, and we're just strong enough to look past all of that, look past our differences, look past our idiosyncrasies, and say, hey, look, let's come together, man. Let's come together, because let me tell you something. If you don't think we're gonna come together, you look at what's happening in our nation right now. You think those tariffs are going up and down because they're not going up and down because we want to. The whole purpose of them tariffs going up and down is to drop them prices on them stocks so them people can buy a lot, and all of a sudden, we're not going to do a tariff. And all of a sudden, you go up. Come on, man. Come on now. It's time for us to come together. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
I think that was great. I don't even have anything to add to that. I think y'all swept the floor very nicely. I do want to thank Kirby for the question, being open to receive the answer. So thank you, Kirby, for allowing this dialogue to happen. I think that's a question a lot of people want to ask. And I think to the point that Yashika beautifully even said is that's how it feels, right? And so if you're able to get past that and listen, right, and not put yourself and your feelings in front of the answer, then we have beautiful dialogue. So I just want to hats off to you for asking a question and allowing it to be a great dialogue and use information. And then just to add my 2 cents of not even, I would say like the simplest answer is like representation is crazy impactful, right? Crazy impactful. So for little Black children and little brown children who don't see owners looking like them, have the same pigmentation, talk like them, have similar manners, and own businesses, and now we can start to see that. Now we're not only building up people, we're building confidence, we're building up new perspectives, we're opening up doors that they didn't even realize they could walk through just because they see something. Think of the impact Ariel had on the Black Ariel. There were so many reaction videos to little Black girls just being so excited there was a Black mermaid, and that's not even a real thing from what most people believe. Like, I don't know, we ain't gonna get into all that. I know there's some heebie-jeebies out of that stuff going on with mermaids. But like representation is huge, and it's such a simple thing that we don't think about, but the impact is massive. So I just want to add that to it. But thanks.
I think that's an excellent point, and we got to understand too, Kirby, that there's lots of different products. There's different kind of produce. There's different kind of candies. There's different kind of meats that Black people want to create and put in different stores. And unfortunately, sometimes we don't get to do that. And he has an opportunity for our products to be sold. In addition to that, and then I'll lay it to rest. There's more than 10 careers out there that makes good money. There's more than actors and athletes and rappers and doctors and lawyers and this and that and so forth and so on. There are business owners, grocery store owners, etc. So the moment we can start opening that up and open that up with our kids and allow them to realize, hey, look, you can go this direction.
Yes.
That right there is what we're really fighting for.
Yeah.
And so that is why it's so powerful and give you tingles to think that there's a Black business store or grocery store owner. Because I can almost guarantee you, and I don't know what y'all know, but I can almost guarantee you, Helen, Yashika, and Ace probably don't know another. And I don't. So it's just so rare, and we're proud of you too. By the way, Tim, we're extremely proud. Let's go to the comments. And Kirby, we weren't trying to beat you down. Fisher would run Pratt. He says, I have the same issue with dealing with my Black anglers fishing league. Hey, we need you to advertise on this show, fishing. We got a little space right there. It's not conducive to Black anglers, but it's designed. We like to fish as Black people, and we sure like to eat it too, don't we? Kirby said, I support all race-owned business except for any Taliban or MS-13 owned business.
Kirby, I don't know. Kirby, it depends on what kind of products Taliban got. Might have to sneak in there and get some now. Be like, hey, this guacamole is the bomb.
We ain't gonna be here long, y'all.
Y'all remember that story when that guy went into the bathroom and he said, hope ain't nobody in here because I'm about to blow it up. And they called the police.
It cracked me up.
All right. Hey, look, we're going to take a quick little break real quick. We always like to keep you up on what's going on in the world. And we're going to do that. We'll come back, talk a little bit more to Tim Waters. See y'all in about a minute.
I did a 90-day pause for the people that didn't retaliate.
It just seems that the economy does better under the Democrats than the Republicans. Now, it shouldn't be that way.
And that's what I did with China, because they did retaliate.
But if you go back, I mean, it just seems that the economy does better under the Democrats.
Australia is one of our strongest allies, which is key to their national security. It's key to our industrial base. The interesting thing with Australia is we have a free trade agreement with Australia. We don't have tariffs. We have a trade surplus with Australia. So, Ambassador Kerr, can you explain to me how it helps America's national security or our trading balance? And I loved your fancy Greek formula, which was basically bad math on steroids. With this strong relationship, Australia got hit with a 10% tariff as well.
Senator, Australia has the lowest rate available under the new program. Ports of American beef and
Ambassador, excuse me. There is a trade. We already have a free trade agreement. We have a trade surplus.
We're addressing the $1.2 trillion deficit, the largest in human history that President Biden left us with.
Ambassador Clear, answer the question on Australia. We have a trade surplus with Australia.
Wow, man. Ooh.
Wow.
I want to get into politics so bad.
You know,
I'm gonna look at the camera and lie with a straight face like everybody else.
There's another question.
I weigh 130 pounds.
Answer. I'm 145, but I'll be 130 tomorrow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Timothy Craig Waters out of Florence, South Carolina, community grocery store. All right, so you and I have been talking. The largest online shopping store, of course, is Amazon.
Correct.
Okay,
Amazon is huge, and that's great. With Amazon, Walmart, Facebook, Google, yada, yada, yada. These are things to actually reach for. So tell me the conversation that you and I had about your new business name and Amazon, the correlation.
We created, what I've done is with this plethora of African American businesses coming at me, and I was saying, hey, look, I wanted to create the next Black Amazon, and I call it the Black Nile. And then not the Black Nile, the Nile outlet, because of the Nile rivers. It connects to the Euphrates. You know, and I'm trying to give a platform where we can put our products on and we can sell our products to us, because remember, 75% of the people that go on Amazon and spend over $500 a whop is who? Us. You need to look at that. Jeff Bezos, we're the ones that's driving Amazon and Temu and all of that. Nobody else is doing that. So why not create a platform for us? So my goal is to take these 90,000 views that I got and create a platform where we can get on and we can make it happen. And the thing of it is I'm looking for a group to come in and make that happen, because I'm like the founder or like the person that created it. I do not have the expertise. I do not have the knowledge. I do not have the stamina or the drive to carry this by myself. You know, there's a misconception that Harriet Tubman freed the slaves alone. Nah, man, there was somebody that hired the slave. There was somebody that, you know, when Harriet Tubman, she was toting a gun, but I'm quite sure there was some other brothers that grabbed somebody and said, hey, man, you got to be quiet. We got to go. You know, so I'm asking for us as a group or us as a nation to come together and let's make this happen, because I know someone said, well, how could you possibly think that you could possibly be the next how could you be the Black Amazon? Duh. We are Amazon. We're the ones that's carrying it. We are Walmart. You go in Walmart. Ain't nobody in Walmart but us. 80% of the Walmart at us. Go to Walmart. We are Waffle House. I don't know if there's a Waffle House in Texas. Well, I tell you what, I know it is in Texas. Buc-ee's. I don't know. They brought a Buc-ee's to South Carolina.
Yes, Lord.
We are Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's got 100 gas stations, 100 pumps in one station. 80 of them look like us. We could be Ralphie's or something like that. Let's empower ourselves, man.
I absolutely love it. Let's go to the comments. Dan Trapp said, good evening, sir. What's up, Dan? How you doing? What's up, Dan? This is my problem. You keep saying I'm not real sure what that means. Keep saying is. But look here, we have a lot of fun on this show. We're getting close to the end of the show. As promised, we're going to keep you for 1 hour. We have to break away and we're going to give you closing remarks. But this is the time of the show that sometimes it's the best part of the show, but many times it's not. You be the judge. So what happens here, Tim, our audience, our listeners, they give us a rating on the next part of the show. We're going to let you give us a rating first, and then the audience, we want you to give us one next. Are y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hey, yo, who we got on this show next week?
We're going to have a great group on. We're actually going to be interviewing gay men who put S on the end of everything they say. And we're just going to be asking, is it just gay or are they living in abundance? Nursing mothers with nipple piercings. We just going to let them know that's not the source of iron the doctor was talking. So we got a lot of money. Auto mechanics with clean hands, and we can ask them what the hell you been doing all day. I like men's cockeyed dodgeball players. And the name of the show will be Nature's Cheat Code. Ballerinas who suffer from ingrown toenails. And the name of the show going to be No Pain, No Gain. Midgets that are applying for the police department. And we're going to name the show going to be Standing Tall for Justice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do you like dudes in the hood. I'm like, we ain't scared of you. Come on, Zach, let's get it.
Oh, man.
Good
I don't know why you played that one.
Great show tonight, Corey. All right, Yashika's on you.
Yeah, pulling back old wounds, huh?
I don't know why you played that promo.
That's my favorite
Timothy, you
one.
didn't say, "Come on, Zach, let's get her." I wish they would.
For the 50,
I wish they would.
For the 50-11 time.
I would, yo. I'm real nice for now, but I wish. I wish.
Right.
And action.
Yeah, no in action. Yeah, action is right. Yeah. Because I ain't the one or the two. That's what they say. I ain't the one or the two.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Hayes. What we got on the show next week?
I'm glad you asked. Next week, we're going to be talking to representatives from O.J. Simpson School of Culinary Arts. We'll be discussing a low graduation rate. Apparently, the students couldn't make the cut.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. That's the show.
Hey, 1 to 10, Tim. You gotta give us a rating.
Oh wow! I'm gonna give him about a Selma on that one, because I don't know what that cut, man. Is it?
It don't matter. Hey, any rating I give it a 10-point curve anyway. So it's all right.
Man, you just throw the glove in there, you'd have got a 10 now. You should have said, I don't know.
I got other jokes for the glove. I'll do a glove joke next week.
Okay.
K-Hell, AKA.
You
got a 7.5 average. I think Helen gave you an 8 also. Tony Goodsman, we're waiting on you. All right, Tim. Yeah, this has been a great show. We thank you so much for being on. Please tell the people. The average came down a little bit.
I wonder who that is. I wonder who that is that gave me the 0.5.
I wish you would.
South Carolina. South Carolina.
I wish he would.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, we want to give you some last words or any last words that you may have. But please, before we do that, is there any way that people can contact you? You gave me the okay to put your phone number up there.
Yeah, put the phone number. Yeah. I mean, I'm old, so just call me. I'm at hello. Telemarketing. How you doing?
How old are you? Do you say hello or do you say yellow?
Nah, say that again.
You know, when you're real old, say yellow.
Hello.
Nah, that's okay.
I don't know. I used to say, hey.
Okay. I'm just trying to check.
How you doing? How you doing? That's usually what I say. Hey, how you doing?
Well, Tony Goodman gave you an 8, so your average has come up.
That's a good thing.
All right, Tim. Any last words from you, sir?
Yeah. The last words is for rebrandUS. It's not about the show tonight. It's not about the jokes, which were pretty good. It's not about the positive energy. It's not about any of that. It's about the fact that you guys took Finding Out Robbery to put me on. And it's like what you poured into me. I mean, tonight wasn't about the people. I didn't care if it was just the 5 of us on the phone. I could care less if the audience was there. It's just how you made me feel, man. I mean, you don't know what it is for when you're struggling and trying to make it as an entrepreneur, and you get this surreal moment and somebody breathes life into you. You know, we don't do that enough. We don't do that enough. We don't breathe life in here. It's all about death and destruction. We don't breathe life. And your show bred life into me tonight, man. I mean, I'm going to remember this forever. I don't remember the words. I don't remember the places. I don't remember the people. Some of y'all remember your faces, but it's just a life that you brought to me tonight. And whether or not I'm here for the next hour or whether I'm here for the next 20 years, man, I want to thank you. I really want to thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you from the bottom of our heart. We're so excited to have you on the show, and most importantly, I want to see you just grow.
I can't wait.
Thank
Wait.
Thank you.
It's your season. We get to sit back and cheer you on.
Thank you.
Before we get out of here, we got 2 more comments. Fishing with Ron Pratt says, and giving you an 8. Deborah Collette says, great show, y'all. Really enjoyed it this week. Be blessed, everyone. Hey, Tim, don't go anywhere. We're going to be with you right after the show. Thank everybody for joining us. See y'all next week.
Sometimes you got to go look at yourself and go, I'm ready to relinquish this.
I'm one of them people, hey, you got to give a man a day in court.
The underlining of all of it is authenticity, right?
She's making them money, so they gonna put the camera on her because she's paid.
I think the prize is the other person. We have not integrated in the United States. Start buying some of the things that we have to offer. Then we will see a difference in how we act as Black people.